No time to check our decks, we're thrown right into this thing. Alright, now I'll try my best to explain this as possible. This is your deck leader, as you see that when I picked at the beginning, the Fairy King Truesdale. Our objective is to get over here to his deck leader, the basic insect, and take out his life points. We do that by marching monsters that we summon up to that and attacking it directly. Also move our deck master one space up. Deck leader, I'm sorry. Probably gonna be making that mistake a whole lot. Now, as you can see, our familiar to the left, the number 4. Those are Yu-Gi-Oh! In the know that's star chips, not star chips, levels. Pardon me. And we're able to summon any level 4 we want to. We start with 4, and after every turn we're given another 3. And we can build that over time for a maximum of 12. That number will never exceed that 12. And trying to remember, I believe some of these older fusions work. I think Beast and Female will make Echo Gal. Some of the older fusions from the PlayStation 1 game work. Forbidden Memories. Now he summons his monster, and as you can see, normally it would be 1900, but because of the field spell bonus, it's actually 2400. It actually goes into movement as well. As you can see, he was able to move 2 spaces at me instead of once, and I totally forgot to turn this off. I'll show it off one time to show how it doesn't really work all that well. Just shrugs it off. Bam. I think heals over dead. We go back to this screen, get our results. So boom, already he's down 1400. We can reduce his life points to 0 by that. We can also attack them directly by marching my monster, like I said, and going up actually into him, which counts as a direct attack. There's also boxing him in the corner, like his summoning area. Like right now it's okay, but if I got him in the corner, you would see like all this would be choked off and you'll only have like these 3 spaces. That works as well. Like if you can put monsters, like your monsters, in like these 3 spaces and box them off, you'll basically like checkmate him like chess, and he won't be able to summon or move at all, and he'll lose the duel that way. There's also Exodia in this game, but you need Exodia, the Forbidden One's head, as your deck leader, and bring out in your summoning area the other 4 limbs. There's also a 4th way, which, as you can see, the number in the middle, the number of turns, and we have a lot of turns. Whoever has the highest total of life points by the end of that will also win. This will probably never come into play, I think, for now. But yeah, as you can see, we have our T with the upper, T with the arrow pointing up, rather, movement bonus and our field bonus. There's also, in this game, monsters that actually don't benefit from certain field spells. They'll actually take a 500 attack and defense drop. You can see most of this forest and wasteland. Because I picked a plant and insect deck with the Fairy King Truesdale, I should be doing fairly well. So I'll try and move her up. Summon something else if possible. Okay, now see, I start with 3. I can't bring this out because it's level 6, so I have to actually wait it out. A lot of these cards aren't really going to do me all that well. I'm going to have to duel this guy again and again to get at him. There's also, what you saw at the beginning, custom duel. You can duel our old friend Duel Master K and have a chance to win more copies of the cards from the deck you're using. Make her even more powerful. Power insect monster by 500 life points. You can hit triangle to go into more information. can see your attack, defense, level, current deck cost. Remember, as we said, our deck cost must be lower than the deck cost that our opponent is using in order to duel him. Special info, like if the monster is an effect monster, its effect goes into this category. Power-up card is what powers it up, for handy-dandy reference. Didn't have that in the first game, so that's good to have. I want my level 6 out, so I'm just gonna at least summon something to make some space for this thing. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Uh-oh. It's actually stronger in defense than I am. Ah, and again, I forgot to turn that off. Come on, I'm pushing buttons to skip that, sorry. Because these duels take long as it is without that going on. Yeah, L1, options, abbreviated. There. Okay. So I want to move these, because those things will come after me, and I should probably, in that case, move back away from that so it doesn't go for me. Because now that I flipped it up, it'll be able to move twice along the field. Because insects are powered by forest, and it's so yeah, field spell's gonna be coming way more into play, knowing just how the game works now. Drastically different. I activated a trap, infinite dismissal. That's bad. Because what happens with that is I'm now spellbound. As you can see, that the SP over there, it looks more like SB, but whatever. Now for 3 turns, this monster cannot attack, defend, or move whatsoever, or change its position. For 3 turns, and it happens, I think, once I end my turn. It's on 3 of my turns, so once I end this, the number will actually go to 2. I hopefully can summon something. Okay. I got my beast out, but I also have this, which came with my deck, which is really useful. Attack of 4,000 or below and destroys it. Very useful. So not much in the way of monsters, but so I move you up. I'm fine for now where I am, because he's not going to advance with that, probably. Partially gives him an opportunity to throw out stronger monsters as well. Okay. Alright, he's put himself in attack mode, so now I can hit R1, L1 to turn him from attack or defense. R2 and L2 makes him face up. Now that he is, I get my movement bonus. I can go for him. Like I said, these duels take forever. That's why our life points are 4,000 for this, and not 8,000. There are custom duels where you can actually set it to be like any higher than 4,000. Let's see. I'll throw this out. I should mention traps and spells cost 0 for the summoning cost thing, so you can actually throw one of them out, and I'll get another 3. Then I'll have 7 total. Also, a thing to mention, as you can see, the number that says 4 on the bottom left on my side has 4 on it. That's because I have 4 monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have a maximum of 5 on your field before you... If you try to summon anything new, it'll just disappear and be destroyed unless you use your... Unless I guess this guy to move over to older monsters, I can get rid of them, and then I can summon something new. Let's see. It also works for spells and traps as well. So basically you only have a 5... So you can have 10 cards of your own out on your field, including your deck master. That's like 11 spaces you can control maximum. I'm going for easy spell. Actually, that might have been a mistake on my part. If I actually did, I've been in trouble. Oh no, the acid trap hole would have gone off and taken care of it. Let's see. Let's summon something if I possibly can. Another magic card. Oh, wrong one. Boost the attack and defense factors of all plant monsters in the field by 600. This is for insects. I'm going to take on my insects and put in more plants just because they're more fusible with things. The beasts can stay as well because I can get flower wolves from them like before. Let's see. I'm going to go like this. Let him go for that while he's moving. Should have moved that before and cut around to the side. I need, because that has the field thing. Again, I'm going to be making mistakes like that probably a couple of times like that too. It's because I'm not the most tactically sound person in the world. I went for my face down. Okay, it's not close enough for the whatchamacallit to go off. It did get that though. Bye-bye. All these cards are gonna move now. Until they move this guy over here to get at him. Take him down. This guy over here. There's something to protect me here, possibly. Beast and plant. Make a flower wolf for me. And I use a level 4 monster. It always takes the summoning cost from the highest one you put out, so keep that in mind. And I got a 2300 boot stick over here. I'm gonna over here a little ways so I can create some distance. In case he brings anything really powerful. And I think I got him in the corner. Alright, he put himself in the corner. Good. That's good. That's what you want. Now I want to advance on this guy. That could be a beetle. Move this guy over. Knocks me with one monster. Oh, you can move now. Alright, I'll put you over here then. Swing at this and see what it is. Okay, it's negate attack. It just stops me from moving for a while. I can't advance on that. Okay, oh, is this card that activated? There's a card over here. Okay, so this is still a thing. I can still summon too. Oh wait, no, I'm maxed on monsters, so just in case, let me drop these magic cards just to make room. Oh, I'm hitting start to end my turn. Select if you're in a bad way. You can surrender the duel. If you're in a tight position and don't think you'll win. Here, the R1 comes into play, your graveyard and your opponent's graveyard. Because there are cards that actually affect those now in this game. Which if I get my hands on some, I'll touch on that later. Alright, he's moved out of the corner now. He knows my strategy and he's got something stronger. That's not good. One of the strongest monsters he has. He's able to summon it like that. But I can flip this guy over and attack directly for game. Like so. Whew, that took a long time. Hopefully not as long as I feared it did. My explanation might have made it even longer. Of course, the whatchamacallit. Every time you win, you get brought here to the graveyard slot machine where you can win your opponent's spoils, so to speak. It's kind of chancy though, because, well, it's a slot machine. If I get 3 in a row of one card, you only get that one card, but you also get something special as a result. A especially rare card that you wouldn't normally get. So I'm going to try for... Alright, I got a giant flea. Maybe I can get... Okay. Another larva moth. And... it's always the thing. I get 2 of something and then 1 of something else. So yeah, it's really tricky to get that out there. The quicker you beat these guys, the less chance you have of getting like really cards like that. That's kind of the influx of things. So you kind of want battles to take a long time to go after monsters to get a chance at some of his better stuff, but you also give yourself, you also give your opponent an opportunity to bounce back and come after you. But took down Weevil and got one of the Rose cards from him. 1 down, 7 to go, like Seto mentioned. By way of beating him, we open 2 new locations. One of which in Lancashire. Ooh. As you can see, his deck cost is in the quadruple digits, so we're not going to be taking on him for a while. And our second in Towton, if I'm saying that right, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Bandit Keith in Britannia, wearing the Union Jack over there. Still got that creepy 5 o'clock shadow, but he's trying to pull his best Axel Lowe impression over there. Again, you can duel this guy again and again right here. I'm probably going to take round Rex Raptor next time, build up my deck. By going into here, deck, save, help, which brings up the menu I skipped with Simon Moran. It tells us how to play the game. An option like before. That's what I should have done beforehand. I forgot to do that. But yeah, with that done, I'll get some wins on, try to beef up my deck, and next time we'll take on Rex Raptor on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Or is it Duelists of the Roses? Either or.